and welcome to Zanpakuto Explain, the series where I try to explain every Zanpakuto in the Bleach series. And today we're covering the Zanpakuto of the captain of the 10th Division, Toshiro Hitsugaya. And I'm just gonna kind of be honest, I do not like Toshiro very much. So I probably won't be able to make this video very entertaining because I just do not like Toshiro. So and because of the nature of his Zanpakuto, it would be kind of repetitive if I went over all of his abilities, so I'm only going to go over the ones I personally find interesting. So, yeah. So first, what you're doing is Shikai, and its release command is Sit Upon the Frozen Heavens, Hyorinmaru, which is very cool, which is kind of weird for Hitsugaya, because almost everything else Toshiro does is incredibly lame. So him having such a cool release command is kind of weird. So in Shikai state, his Zanpakuto actually stays the exact same. It doesn't have any physical changes. The only difference is I think it gets a chain on its hilt. I think. It might have it in normal though. I don't really know. But yeah. So in its ability is to control ice. So yeah, it can just kind of control ice, which is pretty not cool in my opinion, because ice isn't as like flashy as fire or like as flashy as lightning, and especially because Toshiro's Zanpakuto doesn't really have any twist. It's just the ability to control ice. I think it can control water too, but still kind of lame. So its main ability is to control ice, but it also has the ability to like shoot out like ice dragons, but that's basically just controlling ice to make it look weird. And it can do anything you could expect it to do. It can like make shields of ice. It can hit with ice. It can freeze you. That's kind of it for its Shikai. It also has this ability called Tenso Jirin that allows it to control the weather, but I don't remember him using it in Bankai, but I know he doesn't like using it in Bankai. And the thing about his Shikai and Bankai is they can actually use the same techniques, because it's more or less the same ability. It's kind of like Ichigo, how he can use Getsuga Tensho in Shikai and Bankai. So the techniques don't really change. It's just Bankai is more powerful. And speaking of his Bankai, that's what we're going on to now. His Bankai is Tiger and Hyorinmaru, which it makes him look like an ice dragon, which is admittedly pretty cool. And it gives him like ice wings. It makes his right hand into an ice dragon. And then I think it freezes the sword up to like its hilt. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And there's also 3 floating flowers behind him, like ice flowers, that float a little bit behind Toshiro. And that's actually a timer for how long he can, well, it's just a timer for his Bankai. We're going to get into the flowers later. And one of his techniques in Bankai is Gancho Suora, which it allows him to create like floating ice daggers. Then he shoots the daggers out. Guess it's pretty cool. Don't really know what it can do. Most characters be able to block it. Maybe he could make it like ice grenades. Like when he shoots out the daggers and they hit something, it explodes and like freezes the opponent. That would actually be pretty cool. But I don't think Toshiro would be able to do something that cool. He also has Hyoru Senbi, which he just kind of swings the sword, and it just sends ice. It has like heat-seeking ice. So like, say he swings the sword, and then the ice will follow him. And say like the enemy like jumps sideways, the ice will also go sideways to chase that opponent. So I guess that's pretty cool. And then his main technique, Hyoten Hyakuso, which it shoots ice into like he puts his sword up, and then like it shoots like a laser beam into the air, and like all the clouds around the area are like dispersed, and then a bunch of snowflakes fall down, and then the snowflakes like freeze whatever they touch. And you obviously know that's kind of really overpowered because anything that touches it will be immediately frozen. And it will eventually make like a giant pillar of ice because the snowflakes would like stack on top of each other. And yeah, so Hyoten Hyokusu is actually pretty cool. He also has this other technique. I don't know the name of it though. He can make a lifelike clone of himself with ice, and it's kind of retarded. Because that has nothing to do with his ability. So it has blood and everything. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that is kind of odd. He can do that, and something. So speaking of the ice flowers from earlier, it actually when the ice flowers all disappear, instead of killing Toshiro or making him lose his Bankai, it actually makes his Bankai power up to such an extent he actually physically ages into adulthood, and he actually loses the ice wings, which is pretty interesting. And its like main ability is Toshiro can literally freeze whatever he touches like automatically. It's called like flash freezing or whatever. So I guess that's pretty cool if that's kind of your thing. Adult Toshiro is one of the only things I actually like about Toshiro. It looks really cool. Like really, really cool. And he can use any technique from his Bankai or Shikai in Adult Toshiro, seemingly. And it also just has incredible ice powers. And like, it's just so because like they compare Hyorinmaru to Ryujin Jaka a lot because they're both elemental Zanpakutos, and they both have to do with the person's Ryatsu. Like if you remember this Toshiro flashback where like Toshiro is like sleeping or whatever, and as he sleeps it freezes the things around him. It's kind of the same thing with Yamamoto, as Yamamoto's Ryatsu is actually fire, which is pretty cool. But like Ryujin Jaka is just so much cooler than Hyorinmaru. It's kind of disappointing Hyorinmaru is not that cool. Anyway, of course that's just my opinion. You can disagree with me if you want, but I personally do not like Hyorinmaru. And it also is not like I just don't like ice abilities. Because Soda no Shirayuki is one of my favorite Zanpakutos in the series. That's all ice. Hyorinmaru isn't cool to me. But anyways, so the next video is going to be about Nejibana, Kaien Shiba's Zanpakuto. And it's going to be pretty short, I'd imagine, because Nejibana doesn't have much screen time. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you want to see the Nejibana video, maybe subscribe. But I'm actually really excited for the video after Nejibana, which is going to be Tenken. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.